Miss Mayers starts off her essay by clarifying that she chose the term cripple for herself. She agreed with the definition and liked that it felt more honest and abrasive than other terms. She was not born disabled and enjoyed an active childhood. As she reached the age of 28, symptoms slowly started to show that something was wrong. In an attempt to name what was happening, doctors diagnosed Nancy with a brain tumor. The prognosis of this terrified her. After the test came back negative, it gave her the perspective that the time and ability she has left is precious. MS is a disease that affects the central nervous system. The myelin that protects the nerves becomes damaged, causing lesions, and scar tissue can form in its place, as seen by the white and gray areas pointed out in these pictures. This can interrupt the nerve signals to many areas, such as hearing, vision, the ability to walk, sensitivity to pain, amongst a list of others. Her disease exhausts her and causes her to miss out on many activities involving family and friends. However, she fears that the activities she enjoys wouldn't be much different if she didn't have MS. This includes writing her novels and essays about diverse topics, some of which are pictured here. Her day-to-day is full of lively plenty, as she calls it in her essay, though the steady progression of her disease leaves her feeling depressed. Nancy finds that her situation is made easier because she is supported by others in her community. That is doubly so for her husband and children, who have stuck with her through all the difficulties and boredom her disease can bring. It has helped her to find the ability to laugh at her situation in certain moments. Despite the love she feels, her greatest fear is that her family is being burdened by problems caused by a disability without telling her. Because of this, she often feels the need to show that she's worth the trouble. She hates that society has given a role for her to portray and mocks the expectations society has pushed on women to fulfill. Having grown up under these assumptions, she feels that the result that MS has had on her body is shameful to see. Mrs. Mayers tries not to let MS define her or wholly control what her life looks like. She does this because she knows that a life led by the limits of her disease is not one she is interested in living in. When she was first diagnosed, however, she was often occupied by the terrified thoughts of what she could lose in the course of her illness. The thoughts became so encompassing that she considered ending her life before she lost the strength to do it herself. That notion faded over time, but she has left instructions that she is not to be put on life support if there is a need to do so. Thankfully, there are expanses of time between exacerbations of her illness, and she is able to see that there is more richness and tragedy in her life. Like any sensation, though, when she gets used to it, it always surprises her when it makes itself known. Then she must then relearn her terror and repeat the cycle of remembering her acceptance. She knows of several experimental treatments, though she holds little hope in any of them. Nancy knows that her disease is too unknown to doctors, so she tries to be patient with their understanding and hypothesis. In doing so, she has found that she has grown a greater sense of kindness and that she is proud to have. If there was ever a cure made, she would definitely take it in a heartbeat. However, if asked if she is angry that she has MS, she says no. She is a firm believer in God and figures that He meant for someone to have it. And if someone is supposed to have it, why not her?